voice, and society has made it seem like people with kind of girly, squeaky voices are not like allowed, and they could be made fun of because of their voice. So yeah.
What insecurities I have? Um, Many. I think that being an immigrant in the U.S. and coming to the U.S. in high school, my insecurity was not knowing English. Then going to college, my insecurity was having an accent or not being able to express myself the way that I wanted to or write papers.
So an insecurity that I've had in life is that has to do with my personal image is the size of my ears. When I was in middle school, people told me that I had really big ears, and then I started actually paying attention. I noticed my ears actually do stick out. I don't know if they're really big, but they do stick out, and that's something that made me really self-conscious all the way through high school. So when I was more aware of this, I would sometimes have my hair grow a little bit longer so that it wouldn't look like they were sticking out. I would also wear hats to cover them up. Eventually, I got over it, but it was definitely something that impacted me a lot when I was in middle school and beginning of high school.
I believe that society's beauty standards affect people by making them be consumers to buy things that make them meet that beauty standard, you know? Whether it's buying cosmetics or surgery or clothing. I think that people are affected by the standards that force them to be consumers.
I think society's beauty expectations have a huge impact, especially on young people. I think from a very early age, as soon as people start watching movies, watching television, reading magazines, they get messages on what they should look like, and a lot of those messages are unrealistic. So if you look at a magazine, you'll see pictures of women with body proportions that are not physically possible and that have literally been photoshopped. But for some reason, we continue using them and telling young girls you have to look that way. I also think men are forced to think that they have to have a certain muscular build or be certain height or have a certain type of haircut, and they're not necessarily given an opportunity to talk about those pressures in a safe way. They've impacted me because I still have a lot of insecurities about myself based on those experiences that I think all young people have.
Men and women are capable of doing the same things and accomplishing the same things, and I think that having different jobs for each gender is unfair because they're both capable, both genders are capable of doing the same things.
So I think that there are like jobs that are like especially for men and for women. For example, being a president, and we've seen there's never been a woman president, and I think that's one job that they never give a female the role for because they don't think she's like strong enough.
Because often directors will choose only actors and actresses who they believe are beautiful, and they can sort of set the standard of what beauty is supposed to be, or supposed to be. They can impact people's lives and make people believe that that's in fact what's true. And a lot of the times, beauty is shown to be like equivalent to like goodness. And so if you're beautiful, then that means you're a good, valuable person. If you're not beautiful, you have no business being on television, or you have no business, you're wasting people's time by being in front of the camera. And I think that that's really harmful because it sends a message to people who cannot possibly live up to those standards. It sends the message that you're not valuable until you fix yourself.
All right, the question that I have is basically, how does social media play a part with men and women's self-confidence? It plays a huge part because I feel like we all are into like the Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and if we don't get a certain like, or if we don't get like heck of likes, we're like, oh, this picture is ugly, we usually take it down. So we usually look for the opinions of others to see if we're beautiful inside. So yeah, I think it plays a huge part.
Because they might talk about other people and they're just gonna not like what other people are gonna say to them because of so many rumors. So many people are just talking about each other and just losing their self-confidence.
I feel like world would be better, a better place, and everybody would be happy. And yeah.
I think if there were no beauty expectations, life would be easier for men and women, because the women wouldn't have to get all pretty, so the men would look at them, so they're all regular. They're not going to be looking at, like, if somebody looks normal, I don't want to look at her. If a guy is not, shaved and looks nice or handsome, I don't want to look at him. He doesn't. So I think it would be, in school they would pay more attention to classes. In the university, I think it would be the same thing. They would be more apt to do better in school.
Thank you.